Good Sunday afternoon here on Memorial Day weekend to you all who follow Tabletop Baseball Plus. I'm Tenacious Earl, and here on the channel this afternoon, we will be playing the Cup Final of the 2017-18 Crazy Premier League Cup. So, where we take the Premier League or any 20-team league, or probably any other team any other league size that you choose, and we enforce a World Cup style format onto it. And it's been quite a few matches, but we are here at the final where Tottenham Hotspur, led by Harry Kane and Christian Eriksen and Dele Alli, go up against Liverpool, who overcame a late deficit to defeat Manchester City in the semifinal. And so the northern team, Northwest Liverpool, they will be trying to win this all, as will Tottenham. So Spurs and Reds coming to you from virtual Wembley. Hope everybody's weekend has been good so far. I'm trying to work out the right contrast and stuff here. So I think we're just gonna have to go with this. So let's go to the lineups real quick for each team, and I'm just gonna bump this diagram up here. Oh, and I need to go to this one instead because it's got my handy dandy little helpers there. So the lineups. Up front, you will have Harry Kane, and Harry Kane, he'll be the lone forward. Now you've got Son Heung-min, Dele Alli, Christian Eriksen are an attacking midfield three, backed by Moussa Dembele and Eric Dyer, looking from left to right, and then Hugo Lloris in goal. For Liverpool, it's going to be the upfield three of Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, and Roberto Firmino being your forwards, and then a midfield three of Jordan Henderson, Jorginho Wijnaldum, and Emre Can. And the back line will read from left to right. Alberto Moreno taking the place of Daniel Robertson. Robertson was not in match fitness, so he's going to have to miss the final, which will really break his heart, but he is on the bench and maybe able to come in late to supply either some attacking or defending help. So Moreno, and then Van Dijk, Matip, and Gomez will be the back line, and then Loris Sven Karius will be goalie for the Reds. And our defense and team ratings all line up. They're equal, and we're also using the away totals. I haven't really looked this up, but this is what I've been using when we've gone to the neutral settings. So if we're in a neutral venue, then I've just gone with the away. And so it'll be 3 and 3 for each team. And then clutch points, they will have 7 for Tottenham and 6 for Liverpool. Pretty similar. Enough to definitely negate a stray red, if possible, as long as they don't use them, and I don't think we're going to until late. Okay, so we just need the coin flip, which will go Tottenham's way. So Liverpool, we're going to have them kick off first here. So the kickoff here. So Liverpool, and they kick it off to Zone D, and it'll be player 10 for Liverpool. That'll be Gomez, who gets it in D. A bit upfield. So 56 is going to be 27 in D. This will be a pass to Van Dijk, Zone E. 24 in Zone E is going to be, he's going to keep it. E6. 56 is 40. It's going to be a defensive check, header to E. So header to E, and that will be lost to Tottenham. So basically what it means by the team ratings are equal. Hi, Matt McClellan. Team ratings are equal, so that means 36 or less goes Tottenham's way. 41 and above goes Liverpool's way. So Liverpool loses the ball here. So Tottenham will take it over in zone X with player 9, which is Kieran Trippier. First batch of possession here for Spurs, and it'll be a foul. 46 is quite often a foul suffered. Anybody who's rated foul suffered 2 will get 46 to have that 49 roll, so that he will suffer a foul. Caught by, let's see, number 2, that'll be Can. And that will likely be, yes, that's going to be a yellow card. So Emre Can is going to have to watch himself the rest of the game. 3rd minute, that was an especially nasty challenge. Pretty rare to see a yellow card that early, and it's usually because of that kind of challenge there. So a free kick in zone X. Eriksen taking it, and that will end up in zone C, which is kind of like in the corner with Son Heung-min. And 35 leads 26 in zone C, which is going to be a pass to Eriksen in zone D. So retreats a little bit here. Gets it to Eriksen. 33 is a 3 in D, which is going to be a shot. Christian Eriksen will get a crack at goal here. He is 33 shot on goal. Zone D gives you no bump. Now, Son is a 6 assist, so you do get a 3 shot on goal bump there, so it goes up to 36 for Eriksen, but it's 61, so that will be a shot off target, and it will be likely it will be a block and gathered in by the goalkeeper. Just kind of glances off a defender, and Karius will restart it. We're in the 5th minute, no score. That'll be X6, so that'll be Virgil van Dijk, the old VVD. 23 is 31 in X, which is going to be defensive check. So everybody's 3. So that's header X, retained by Liverpool. So in zone X, it'll be player 6. So that'll be Van Dijk again. 43 is 24 in X. That's going to be X9. So Matip in X. 45, that's going to be out of bounds, and possession ends for the Reds. 7th minute. So I'm going to take just a little bit. I wanted to get this underway sooner, but I spent a good part, well, the end of the morning and the early part of the afternoon redoing my room a bit. I needed more shelf space. So maybe later on I'll turn the camera or put on the other camera so you can kind of see that I've made it so I can access my other shelves better than I used to be able to. And now things are a lot more orderly, make it easier. I did have to remove a side table here, which helps me, but hopefully in the long run this will be something that I prefer to having my refrigerator block its shelf. So the throw in for Spurs, F9. Alan Shaw there, definitely not pulling for the side from Liverpool. So Tottenham F9, so that'd be Trippier and F44. Not going to get to a low number there, but it will will be 25 in F, which is going to be a pass. Well, it's going to be a dribble to X9, I guess is how you'd look at it. So Trippier keeps it. Now this will be a pass in X. This will be this 11 will lead to a 2, which is a B2. So that means that Dele Alli is going to get that. It's a nice pass through the holes in the Liverpool defense. And so now Dele Alli will have it in zone B. 53 is 32 in B. That'll be a pass to Eriksson in D. So can't find a shot there. 26. Is that going to be a foul? Yes, it is. So Eriksson is fouled. So as long as anybody has a foul suffered rating of 1, the 26 is also, or that will be a foul committed. Just about every time. 0, you don't have any of those. So, or a foul suffered. So this is who committed it. 8. I got to look at my list here. Foul committed 8. That's Virgil van Dijk. And no card. This will lead to a free kick in D. This will be Eriksson. So that ends up in zone C with Eriksson himself. Comes back to him. 24 is 38 in C, and that'll be a defensive check. 10th minute, no score. 65 is a block to X. Retained. So that will be Dembele, player 8, in zone X. 39, so 36 leads to 39 in X, which will be a header to F chance, which that will be lost because 41 is just on the other side of the line of demarcation. So X8, that'll be Jordan Henderson for Liverpool. 35 is 23 in X, which will be a pass. Actually, it'll be a dribble around the zone, maybe a pass out and then back, but he still has it in zone X, 11th minute, 63, and he commits a foul. So Liverpool getting a little stuck in here so far. Player 9 is the one who suffers the foul, which is going to be Eric Dyer. And is Henderson going to pick up a yellow? He needs 13 or less at 63, so no. So Tottenham will be awarded a free kick in zone X. Go to zone C and 1. First touch for Harry Kane. Is he going to try a shot here? 24 is a 19, which will not, but that will be a decent opportunity. Well, he's going to hang on to it and see. One of those players that has a lot of low numbers on his card, all the way up to 20. Not too many guys have that luxury. So still in C1, 21. It's going to be 20. So that'll be a pass to Dele Alli in C. 14 is 26 in C. That'll be a pass to Eriksson in D. So they're maintaining their possession, but not really making anything of it. 22 in D is going to be passed to Davies in D. 14th minute, no score. 33 for Davies is a 3. In D is a shot, so he's going to take a rather desperate attempt here to try to put one on goal. But he is a 31, so that's not too bad. Pass from Eriksson, he's got a good assist rating, so that will help him because there's no D zone adjustment. But the 10 assist for Eriksson adds 5, so that will bring him up to 36, and that's a 21. That's a shot on goal. I don't think you can see Karius's numbers here, but the skinny on this is, as you can see here, there are a bunch of 10s. Any roll that is a 10 is a goal. So let's flip the card and let's see what comes up. It's a 42, and a 42 is a save and a corner kick. So Karius does get a fingertip on it and knocks it around the goal, and that will be a big save, but Tottenham will get a corner kick off of the deflection. So corner kick, Eriksson is rated A. For corner kicks, that'll be a pass to B, and a shot will result. So we look off the corner kick chart, and it's going to be player 7. It's going to be Jan Vertonghen. So let's put the shot down. Vertonghen from zone B. So he's a 21, gets to add 3, and then he also gets to add for Eriksson, which was another 5. So 21 goes to 24, and then the 5 goes up to 33. That's a 56. It'll be off target. And that'll be over the goal, and that will bring that batch of possession to an end. 16th minute, Liverpool will get a goal kick. Al, Red Sox fan, it is a great Sunday. Alan Shaw says he supports Sheffield Wednesday and anybody playing Liverpool. Wow. It's kind of like me with the Bills and the Cowboys in a way, probably. Or the Phillies and the Yankees, so as to speak, you know. Like the Phillies or anybody who's playing the Yankees. So, yeah. What else we got here? Carey's making a save for a change. Right. Yeah, he had a real tough European Cup final there a couple of years ago, I think. And I forget who they ended up losing to, if that was Chelsea or might have been Madrid. Was it Madrid or Munich? I can't remember which. But he was definitely not good. It might have been Chelsea. My soccer fandom is not quite as great as it was a few years ago, but I try to just keep, and I should be watching the Bundesliga here in this period of time because that's one of the few live sporting events. I'm trying to get this game in today before the NASCAR race, the Coca-Cola 600 starts at 6 o'clock Eastern time, so trying to get this in. So the goal kick, C3, so that's a long kick, and it's going to end up, did I get that right? Yeah, all the way down in the corner in zone C with Roberto Firmino. See if he tries to take a whack at it from a sharp angle here, and he does. So that's a shot. That 11 leads to the 2, which is a shot number in zone C. He's rated 35. You'll add 1 for zone C, so that's 36. So we flip the card, and it is 16, so it's on goal. Now we got to take a look at Hugo Lloris. So, what's it going to be? 12. It is a 10. That is in. That is a goal. Goal, as they will say sometimes. I'm not going to carry it out for that long. Roberto Firmino and Liverpool gets the first goal of this match. 1-0. Reds on top. Takes a tough angle shot, and it sneaks by hard and high into the corner. Does anybody get an assist on this? Player 8. Virgil van Dijk. So it was a short corner, or a short goal kick, obviously, and he played a long diagonal pass into the corner, which Firmino found, cut it back, takes a very, very strong shot, which is pinpoint accurate corner goal. So 1-0. And yeah, that'll get things going here probably. That will get things started. And that is in the call it the 16th minute here. Sorry, Alan Shaw. That was a rather quick and dirty goal. Right off a goal kick, you know. Right off getting it back into play here. Van Dijk, the guy that a lot of people thought should win a Player of the Year in Europe, or maybe in the world too. Gets a lot of calls for that anymore, but he gets an assist on that. So Tottenham will kick off, and they now got to get into gear. That'll be goal kick. Gets it in zone D, and it'll be player 9, which is Trippier. Let's see what happens. 31 is 22 in D. Right, 22 in D is going to be D5. So that's Davies in D. 24 is 35 in zone D. What is it? 35? Did I say? My head is a little spinning right now. Okay, defensive check. 25. That's going to be a steal to F for Liverpool. F9. So it'll be Matip. Matip with it in F42. That's 24 in F. X8. Henderson in X12 is 37 in X. Going to be a header to D. Anything 41 and above, and they keep it. That's a 53. So retained in D8. That'll be Henderson again who gets it. And 11 in D, so that will be a shot from Jordan Henderson. Let's see, he's 22, so this will be kind of speculative. No adjustment from Matip. He doesn't have an assist rating, and no adjustment for zone D, so he's just got to go with his 22, and it's 52, so that's off target. And it's a corner kick, though. So Salah with his B corner kick rating. It's going to be passed to A with a shot on goal. So that is a big check right here. This is a big chance. So it's going to be 32, and on the chart it is player 2. So it'll be Sadio Mane is going to get a shot on goal. And it's going to be Lloris who needs to make this one. They cannot go down 2 goals. That would be a huge deficit. 45, that will be saved, and a good one by Lloris. But he does leave a rebound, a juicy rebound in zone B. And Liverpool does retain it. So zone B, it'll be player 2. Mane gets it back, gets his own rebound. 26, and he's fouled. Foul suffered by Mane. Committed by Moussa Dembele. And the Reds, after in the semi just about being out of it, now are looking like they're in control here. And Dembele with a 16, that's going to be a yellow for him as well. So both of the strong men in the midfield for each team, Emre Can and Moussa Dembele, both with early yellow cards. So they're both going to have to be a little bit careful here. And we've got even more chance that clutch points would have to be used for disciplinary reasons to try and avoid a second yellow for each of those guys. So Liverpool will get a free kick in B, and I'm going to check the chat here. Early strike. Yep. So it was Real Madrid. Yeah, thanks for clearing that up. I got to get something to drink here. It's kind of warm. I do have a fan going, but it's also injecting a little bit of moisture into the air as well, which is kind of like, seems kind of counterproductive in ways. You know, I think I got the two confused because Real Madrid and Chelsea were both spots for Jose Mourinho at one point. And and they've gone through quite a few changes. That may have been the last year of Cristiano Ronaldo with that team, but it also could be the year after he left too, because he ended up at Juve. So free kick in B is going to be Salah taking it. Will he take a shot? No, it's going to end up in zone A again. So A2, Mane with it. 35 is an 11 in A, and that is a shot. Mane's going to take another crack at it here. He's going to have to go off of his shot on goal rating. 32 in A, you get to add 5. And because it was a free kick, that means that he got it from Salah, and Salah is a 10 assist rating, so he's going to end up with a 10 jump in his 10-point jump in his shot on goal. So he goes from 32 up to 42. 46, I believe, would be where he's going to stand, which that's a 12. He was going to have a shot on goal regardless. And now Lloris under fire here. 62, and it's a save, rebound into zone C. So another big save for the French goalkeeper. And that was 62. I got to double check it. C. Liverpool still with it. A lot of possession here. But they will lose possession now, and it will be the Spurs taking it in zone X with Dembele. So that was a good solid 5 minutes of possession there for the Reds. So maybe now Tottenham can kind of get their feet under them. They really haven't had a ton of good possession yet. Mostly stuff with like Trippier and Dembele and Davies and whatnot. We're in the 24th minute, and I should update my scoreboard here, and I will. My bad. Liverpool ahead 1-0 in the 24th minute. So X8. So it'll be Dembele with it in X. 22. That will not lead to a shot, but it'll be a pass to Trippier in F. 64 is 30 in F, and that'll be defensive check. They're rated 3. That's 34, which is going to be a steal to X. Liverpool, Merseyside team, that's an X6. Liverpool, that's Van Dijk. 34 is 44 in X. That's an out of bounds. Man, Spurs just can't get it up to those top 4 players enough. There's a lot of good chances in that, but the other guys, the back end of their squad, just are not particularly good with their passes. So it's a throw in, zone X, 8. So it's going to be Dembele again, another. If they can hang on to their clutch points, they're going to have to use them to try to get some passes to better people later on. And I may have to start trying, when we get an asterisk for Spurs, try and get a pass on that. What ends up being a 66% chance in the 4-4-2, because they're just not able to do it. So Dembele in X, 61 is 22, is going to be a reasonable pass, but still it's just kind of lateral. It's to Sanchez in F. 23 is 34 in F, and that's going to be a defensive check. So as I was saying, not too much ability to get this through the Liverpool midfield and up onto the attacking player's feet. So header to X, and that will be lost to Liverpool on the 41. X 8. So now we're going to need a shuffle of the cards as we've made our way through. No, leave it. Let me know what the no leave it means. If you're talking about not trying to force passes. Oh, maybe you're saying don't use the clutch points, Alan. Since you're kind of like, you seem to be the primary cheering section here for Spurs. If you have any thoughts, they're both in 4-4-2, Oh, the score. The score. So they're both in basically the neutral setting. I haven't decided to move Spurs ahead in that because I don't think that they want to get too much into chasing that deficit at the moment. I think they can generate chances very well on their own, but at least at the moment they've been in kind of just a little bit of a stretch where they're not getting those rolls which will help them. You know, it's all about when you get the doubles rolls is a lot of this game. Because if the guys like Trippier or Dembele get an 11 or a 66, then you get the ball up to Dele Alli and Kane, who have ratings up to like Kane has one up to 20, but you know Dele Alli has up to 9, Ericsson has up to 10, Son has up to 9. So any of those guys, you know, without doubles, can get a shot with a 51 or you know, 15, 25. So yeah, all right. Well, we're with Henderson in zone X. 42 and 30. That's defensive check. And here's Tottenham. It's going to be a blocked or a header in E, and Liverpool will not be able to keep that. So 1 in zone X by Sanchez, and there's a 65. I thought that was 66 for a second. Tottenham with it back. Sanchez, 44. That doesn't do the job. That'll be 34, which is another defensive check. 41's a header to D. Lost. X 8. Liverpool 1-0. 28th minute. Henderson again. 44 doesn't get it done again. Defensive check. 25. That's going to be a steal to F. Player 7, Vertonghen. '52 is 29 in F. 29, that's going to be a defensive check. 35, that's a header to D, retained by Tottenham. So that could get him into something lower. And there it is. There's Kane in zone D. What's he going to do with this here? 36. That's 18 in D. So he will keep it in D. 52. That's 28 in D. That's going to be E. All right. And here is E7 with a star. We're going to try and get the pass to Ericsson. We need this to be a number below 51, and it's 31, so that will go. So that's E3. Ericsson 24. That's 38 in E. Yeah, that will be header to B. That's a 50-50 chance. 25, they keep it. B1, back to Kane in B. 12 is 30 in B, which is going to be, he's going to get it, he's going to pass and get it back in zone D. 31st minute, Harry Kane in D. 23 is, that's 24 in D, which is going to be a pass to Vertonghen. 7, so that's not quite as productive as what we were seeing before. 45 is 24 in D, which is going to keep it. Same result as the last one. 64, 21 in D will be D4. So that gets it to Son. Here's a guy who can actually get a shot off, potentially. There's another 64, and that's 45. So it's a completely different result. And that is actually out of bounds. 33rd minute. There'll be a throw into Liverpool. No, I know what you mean, Alan. I'm not switching it back because it's not 0-0 right now. With all that possession, I would have thought Tottenham would have at least taken one chance at making it 1-1, but they just puttered around with it, and like an old Arsenal team. not an old Arsenal team. An Arsenal team under Arsene Wenger in the early 20 teens just seemed to diddle around with it and try to be too fancy and never get a shot away. So Reds throw in F 8. Henderson 14 is 28, and F is going to be a defensive check. 46, that's header to F, lost. X3, that's going to be Eriksson. So there's a guy who can occasionally make a really good pass. 36, 27 in X, that's going to be defensive check. 56, that's block to D, lost. Retained an X by, or collected an X by Gomez for Liverpool, player 10. Gomez, 44, that's out of bounds. 35th minute, Tottenham gets a throw in. X 4, that'll be Son. 36, 31, that's going to be another defensive check. Need some double numbers here. We haven't seen that. Header to D. Retain, there's a double. D4. The double doesn't help as there's a Son again in D. 11, okay, there you go. That's a shot for Son. 34 rating on his shot on goal. Won't get any help from anybody else or the zone. And at 62, that's off target. And the sum is over the net. So, wasted opportunity there, although it was maybe 32 yards from goal. That'll be a goal kick for Karius. Goal kick B. Okay, it's going to end up in B. So this is another good. It'll be Mane in B. 56. 39 in B, which is going to be a defensive check. So they get it right into a good zone, but can't do anything with it. That's a block to, or a header in E, retained. E8, Henderson. 2 in E is going to be a shot. So it's a long one. Henderson, again, doesn't have a very good rating. 22. You subtract 3, that's going to be 15. It's 12. It's on goal. And Lloris with a 15. He does make the save, and he's going to be able to follow it up with a goalkeeper outlet. So he makes the save, knocks it down right in front of him. Kind of a weak shot. Relatively easy pickings there for him. And so the goalkeeper outlet, X10. Sanchez for Spurs, 41. 28 in X, that's going to be a defensive check. 35 is going to be header to D, lost. 38th minute, 1-0, lost. Zone X for Reds, X10. Gomez in X. 26, he's fouled, way out, right at the midfield stripe. Gomez suffers a foul committed by player 10. Eriksson clatters into him in rather uncommon fashion for him. He's not usually a guy to lose control on his feet there, but he does, and that'll lead to a free kick in X. Salah taking it, gets to D9. Matip. 40th minute. 22 in D is going to be 39. So, defensive check. At 22 didn't help him at all. 43 is header to E, lost. Spurs will get it. X9. Trippier and X. 15 is 39. That's going to be a block and a header to F. Lost. So a lot of back and forth here at the midfield. Not a whole lot of advancement towards the opposing goal for either team. So it'll be Firmino, goal scorer in zone X, 34, and he tries a pass and it goes offside. So that'll lead to an indirect free kick for Tottenham, 41st minute. Zone B on the indirect, 6. It'll be Eric Dyer. I'm not sure if he's touched it yet. 24, 34 and B. That's going to be a defensive check. Nothing can get them in the right direction here. Steal to E on the defensive check. Straight to E. 10. So Reds will take it with Gomez. Zone E, 51, 44, and zone E is out of bounds. Throw in for Spurs. X. 4. So it'll be Sun in X. We've had 2 yellows. Let's call it 2 minutes of stoppage time. They probably kvetched about it for a little bit. So X4, 54. Okay, well, here's a special result. Maybe this is a way for them to have something happen. 16. Yeah, I don't think that's it. I think that's one of the dud ones. Ball kicked out of bounds. Well, it's not a dud for Liverpool. Throw in to area A. So Tottenham out of bounds. Liverpool throw in. It goes to A4. So Wijnaldum, another guy who hasn't touched it yet. Wijnaldum in A, and he's going to get a shot. 33 brings forth a 3 result, and that is a shot, and he's going to get a good jump in his... Jorginho Wijnaldum with a good jump in his shot on goal rating. He is 24, but he's going to get 5 up, so that's 33. And no assists, so up to 33, and at 66, that's going to be a miss. And it's going to lead to a goalkeeper outlet. Lloris will get into play. 45th minute. Still 1-0 Liverpool. Outlet F9. Trippier in F. 62 is 22 in F. F and the star, we're going to give it a shot here. I'm going to try to get it to Dele Alli in F. But it's 54, so that's going to be lost. So it goes back to Liverpool, X5. Khan in X. 32 is 32 in X, defensive check. First minute of stoppage time. 55 is blocked to D, lost. Tottenham gets it in X with Trippier. 45 is 24 in X. It's going to be X. So Trippier retains it in X. Second minute, we're going to just have a couple more results here, and then we'll go to half. 32 is 26 in X. That's going to be defensive check. 61. Blocked E. Lost. X6. Van Dijk for Liverpool and X. Some events going on here, but zone X. So that's going to be a pass to Salah and D. The 22 gets a 4, and in zone X that leads to D1, which is going to be Salah and D. So with this attack, they're going to give them one chance here to see what happens. 26. Well, and there's a foul. Suffered by Salah. Committed by Dembele. $25, not a card. Free kick, zone D. Pass to B, and the referee blows the whistle. It's been much longer than the stoppage time should allow. So it'll be intermission here. Liverpool 1-0 over Tottenham. going to calculate the stats, and we're going to get right into the second half as soon as I do that. So, I'm not sure if there's too many. There's a few viewers, it looks like. So, thanks for sticking with me here and hanging in while I do the quick stats so we can find out what exactly happened and what lies ahead of us here. We know that each team has a yellow. So, Trippier suffered, Can committed. That was the yellow card for them right away. Eriksson missed a shot. Missed with a shot, I should say. He suffered a foul by Van Dijk. Henderson committed a foul on Dyer. It looked Dyer, but no. Davies with the shot on goal and saved. Vertonghen with a missed shot over. Firmino with a shot on goal. First one for Liverpool, and it was in with Van Dijk as the man assisting. Henderson with a missed shot. Mane with a shot on goal and a save. Then he suffered a foul by Dembele, who picked up a card there in the 22nd minute. Mane took a shot on goal again. Then we went for quite a long stretch without till the 36th minute with Son with a missed shot. Double check that. It was a long time. So Henderson with a shot on goal saved by Lloris. Then suffered Gomez, committed Eriksson. That was the one that we were shocked by. Wijnaldum misses a shot. Salah gets fouled by Dembele, his second of the game, and that's where we wrapped it up. So our score is 1-0 Liverpool. Hopefully you can see the card there. Tottenham with 4 shots on goal. Or 4 shots, only 1 on target. And Liverpool with 6 shots and 4 of them on target. So Liverpool with the more probing efforts. A little more and I'm just gonna count up Tottenham while we're here because I think they're gonna be the ones that, you know what, let's check Liverpool. It seemed like they had better possession, like more attack, but Tottenham had long stretches too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43 half minutes for Liverpool. And we went through up through 90, so that's 96. So 53 for Tottenham, 43 for Liverpool. That's roughly probably like let's do the quick calculation here. 53 to 96 is about a 55% possession as far as this game goes. I know that's not, I don't think you get the most accurate possession numbers in this game, but it's a good indication of what's going on. So Tottenham with the ball a good bit, but just not getting her done. It is still 1-0. I was just going over the stats. Going over the stats. 4 shots for Spurs, 6 for Liverpool, 1 on goal for Spurs, 4 on goal for Liverpool. So Lloris has had a lot more to deal with, but aside from the one he's given up, he's done a remarkable job. Curious. Probably his name should be Precarious, but because I think that's what Liverpool often feels like when he's in goal. But we'll see. They're on track here. It's going to take it might take a Liverpool-esque return or a comeback, just like Liverpool did in the semis, to get this back, because we're just heading into the second half. We're not going to make any changes for either side. Just trying to decide whether or not I could change the tactic for Tottenham. It could also burn them to do that. So I kind of like hanging on with it for a little while here in the second half. Maybe if we get to the 60th minute, because they don't have a whole lot. They don't have a whole lot of attacking prowess off the bench. Got Fernando Llorente, but see, he only has 3 shot annotations there. Lamela has 4. He's kind of a winger. And Sissoko is a lot like Dembele. So maybe a little less teeth in defense, but so, well, let's get this underway, the second half. See if Tottenham can square it up and force me to play a little bit of extra time. Okay, so it was Liverpool kicking it off in the first half, so it'll be Spurs getting it here. See if the London team, basically a home crowd for the most part. I mean, there are Liverpool supporters in here, but this is a London stadium. And kick off to zone F9. So Tottenham. That's Trippier. He has had the ball so much. Can't seem to make a good pass. Just seems to make a lot of lateral passes. 43. And he's going to foul somebody here. Foul committed. I thought he committed a foul in the first half. Guess not. Well, he committed one there. Suffered player 6. It's going to be Roberto Firmino. And Trippier, no card, but Liverpool will get a free kick. 47th minute. Free kick in X, that goes to zone C, and it's 3. Roberto Firmino, the goal scorer in C. 25 is 8 in C, and that is the last number that will get a shot. This is the same area where he scored his goal early in the first half. So it'll be Roberto Firmino with a shot here. Again, 35, you're going to make it 36 because of he's in zone C, and then it's from Salah, who's a 10. We're going to add another 5 as well, so that's going to bring it up to 45, and it's at 53, so that's off target. That feels better than ever imagined, because I always get that nagging feeling when you have a big assist jump like that on a free kick, because a lot of times, sometimes you say, a guy could, like Salah takes a free kick and then he gets possession of it. You say, well, it probably went to somebody else before. It had to have gone to somebody else before he gets it. So in these cases, then I'm automatically saying Salah with his free kick gives the assist jump. And it just feels a little bit harsh to the defending team. But it'll be a corner kick here. Salah taking it. That'll be a pass to B and a shot. So it's the 33, which is going to be player 2. So Sadio Mane takes a shot. 32 in B is going to make it up to 35, and then add the 5 for Salah. That's 44. 14 is on goal, so it wouldn't have mattered either way. And Lloris, can he make one more? Can he make one more? 55, he does. That's going to be a rebound to B. Can Spurs grab this up before someone else gets to it? And they do. So they take it in zone X, 6. So it'll be Dyer and X. 32 is 21 in X. So that's going to be F with a star. They try to get it to Erickson, and it doesn't go. Trying to force it here because they're having trouble making good passes. So Gomez in X, 21 is 36 in X. That's going to be a header to B. And that's lost to Tottenham. So X, 4. Son in X. Spurs, 24 is going to be 28. That's going to be a defensive check. 25. Steal to F, 8. Henderson, 44, not going to get it there. 26 in F is a defensive check. 34. Steal to X for Liverpool, X5. That'll be Davies. 32, 33 in X. That's another defensive check. 4 in a row. Header to F, lost. This is one of these things that happens when you've got two teams that are evenly matched. They just kind of trade it back and forth around the midfield stripe. So it's Gomez and X, 23. He's going to... No, he doesn't foul. I thought he was going to. 37. Header to D. Retain this time. But it's going to be D7, so it'll be Alberto Moreno, the reserve left back. 35, 44, that's going to be out of bounds, I believe. Yep. Tottenham with a throw-in. Throw-in D4. Son and D. So, hi, Ken. Yeah, so, well, it's, yeah. Well, you can't add, I wouldn't add Salah's assist points to Salah, but adding them to Firmino for his assist rating. I do play with the assist jump, which I think seems reasonable. The guy's a good passer. He's going to put it in a place where a guy can get a better shot. So, anyway, Son and D, 41 is 23. So that would be to Dyer in D. 53, that's 25. E4. Son in E. 44 is a 5 in E. That's going to be a pass to A1. Harry Kane in A. 56. That's 37 in A. That's going to be a defensive check. Man. Harry Kane in A would have been a great opportunity for a shot, but he just had it on the wrong foot and just gave defender enough time to get over and block it. So Liverpool with 23, and they're going to take it and steal it and go to E. Virgil van Dijk, 31 in E. That's another defensive check. We've had a lot of them here in this second half, the early part of the second half. Actually, both halves. 64, blocked F. Retain. 1-0. That'll be F10. That's going to be Gomez. 1-0 Liverpool currently. You can see the score on the top of the screen. 36 for Gomez leads to 44. That's out of bounds. Tottenham with a throw. 56th minute. We're going to have to start thinking about a substitute for Spurs pretty soon. They're going to probably, I think they're going to get Lamella up and remove Dyer. Or it would be think they're going to remove Dembele instead. So let's just keep that in mind. So a throw in, Spurs, X, 3. Ericsson and X. 66 is 1 in X, so that's a pass to Kane and B. Really nice pass. Can they get another? No, they do not. 30 in B. That will be a dribble to D for Kane. 36 is 18 in D, which is, he's going to hold on to it in D. 65. Now he's fouled. Committed by player 3. Liverpool. That's going to be Gomez. No card. So at this point, I think we're going to go ahead and do the change for Spurs. Be Lamella coming in. We're going to remove Dembele. He's on a card, and they need a little more attack. So the winger for defensive midfielder, they can move Ericsson from the right side into the center, or into sort of a cam roll, and then move Dele Alli back into a sort of a box-to-box attacking midfield role, if you will. So he's coming in for Dembele. So Lamella. Not a great option off the bench, but they don't have a whole lot of options. So he's rated 4. He's going to go in right exactly where Dembele was. So he goes after Trippier. So it's going to be 4A. 2 after Vertonghen. 6A. Assist rating is a 2. Puts him after Dyer, 7A. All right. It's my little quick way to get a guy in without having to waste a whole bunch of time doing all the re-ratings and stuff. Okay. Spurs, they're going 4-3-3. They've got to start getting into a bit of desperation. We're going to keep Liverpool at 4-4-2, which is just neutral, because they're liable to snatch a goal back either way. But there's going to be a free kick here now. Ericsson will take it. This is zone D. Pass to C. 2. Dele Alli in C. 15 is 7 in C. That's going to be a shot. Dele Alli with a 23. Not a very accurate shooter. 23. You get to add 1. That's 24, but you get Ericsson's assist help here now. So 24 goes up to 33 with the 5 jump. So 51's off target. Goalkeeper outlet. So deflected off a defender. Karius collects it. Goalkeeper outlet. X. 7. Moreno and X, 65, and he's fouled. Committed by, well, Dembele's not in there anymore, so it's the second rated player. It's going to be Dele Alli. Frustrated with his missed shot, and he is going to pick up a yellow. Second yellow for Spurs. Comes in the 61st minute. Oh. Thanks, Ken. Both 4-4-2, unable to see the charts. So I just moved them, Ken. I went 4-3-3 for Spurs because we're in the 61st minute and they're just not generating enough chances at the moment. So, and I think you have to get to a point where you have to sort of lay it on the line. I was holding off for as long as I could because I think it really exposes you when you do this, especially with a team like Liverpool that has a lot of good attacking talent there. It opens up a lot of chances that wouldn't normally be there on that 4-4-2 setting. Now, probably 75th, 80 minute might move Liverpool to 4-5-1, try and sort of squelch the effect that. But you know, if Spurs score, then it's probably going to both will stay at 4-4-2 for a while. So, or end up at 4-4-2 again. So, suffered by Moreno. So Liverpool will have a free kick in X. They're going to start thinking about a substitute here as well. They're going to get James Milner. He's always a good veteran player. A little bit of attack. Tough kid. Not a kid anymore. So free kick and X. I'm still kind of shooting the bull here while I do it. C3. So my speed could be a little better if I didn't get so distracted with trying to chat things up some. Firmino in C at 33. This is one of the more annoying parts of the games is when you get those doubles in the in-between rolls. So, but then here we get another one. 22 is a 4. Here is a shot for Firmino, Roberto Firmino, who is the goal scorer for Liverpool already. And it's going to be zone C. He's had a couple of them here. This will be his third from this zone. He's a 35. So you add 136, and we get to add Salah's again. So that's 45. 55, that's off target. Another double. Off target and goalkeeper outlet. So Lloris gathers it in. Starts it the other way. X 10. 63rd minute. Sanchez and X. 16's 25. That's going to be a defensive chance. 22. Steal to E. 7. Moreno. Liverpool and 11. That's going to be a shot for the fullback. You can see his eyes bulge on the chance to. He wasn't being pressed at all. Had a little bit of an opening. He's shot on goal rating of 21, and you drop that by 3. So that's going to be 14, and it's off target as it should be. And it's going to be another goalkeeper outlet. So even now, it's like Liverpool is still getting the chances. X 9. So one might argue that maybe the formations don't have a ton of play in this. Trippier, 33, that would be great if it wasn't Trippier. But it is. It's 21. It's still not bad. 21's all right, but it'll be X8. So that's Lamella this time instead of Dembele. Let's see if Lamella can have anything different here next. 55. Nope. 45 is out of bounds. Liverpool will make that switch. Their first of the match. And Milner is going to come in. And they will withdraw. Let's see. It's going to be Mane, I think. I think that's who we're going to go ahead and pull off of there. Let me see something. Yeah, he's kind of got the standard penalty kick rating, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference if we did have to go to penalties. We're not pulling off a guy who's better at it than others. So Milner in for Mane, just trying to play a little more defense here. And it's funny in this that they call him a defender. I guess I always thought of him as a midfielder, but maybe later in his career he exhibited more defensive traits. So he's going to end up right ahead of Van Dijk here because he's going to play in the holding midfield role. So let's see. You just got to figure out where he's going to sit here in the ratings. So he's going to be 5A and 2. So he can be right ahead of Van Dijk. So it'll be 4A. And assist is, he got a 3 assist rating. Not too bad. Looks like just ahead of Gomez. So 5A for that. All right, so we're going to slide over Firmino, Wijnaldum, Can, and we'll put Milner in this 5th spot. I'm going to scratch out Mane's stuff. So Mane with I think 3 shots on goal. So we got McClellan and Shaw firmly in the Spurs camp here. Not sure about good old Kenny. And happy birthday, Ken. I also would like to say that it's great to have somebody that I know has played a ton of this game over the years, and to be here just as sort of a check of my play. I don't know if you can see all the numbers, but hopefully you can. But I mean, you can't see the ones on the far edges, but it's good to have. And I think there's some other. I think Matt McClellan has been playing a good bit of APBA soccer lately, and hopefully others find it. It's a good game. It's some people will like Soccer Blast better just because it's a quicker play. I think you don't get caught up in quite as much of the back and forth like we've had a lot of play in the midfield, at the midfield stripe. So makes it kind of tough sometimes when you get into that. And Soccer Blast kind of like simulates that right out with just like a blanket midfield battle or whatever role. So Liverpool with a throw in now. X6. Van Dijk and X 46. He's going to get fouled. So suffered, Van Dijk, committed. Player 1, which is, again, Dele Alli. And he is on a card, right? He is. So if he gets another one here, we're going to have to use clutch points to bail him out. 42, he doesn't, but looks more and more likely that we're going to see one of these two teams have to cost themselves some late points to stay at full strength. So Liverpool is going to have a free kick in X. C. There's a 22. Dang it. Another C2. That'll be Roberto Firmino in C. It's 12 is 42, and C is going to be the header to B. 50-50 chance, literally, and it's going to be lost this time. So Tottenham gathers it in X. It'll be Dyer. 13 is 23 in X. That should be retained X. Okay. I'm not going to cost it. So it's X, 10. I'm not going to cost them possession this time. They've been having trouble keeping it. So it's going to be Sanchez and X. I mean, he might lose it right away anyway. 24 and X. That's X8. Not too bad. It'll be Lamella. 11-2 in X. So that's going to be a pass to Dele Alli in B. So a good incisive pass here to one of their attackers. 45, though, is going to be 30 in B, which is going to be C4. Son. I put Son in here because I thought they were going to need some offense, and it would be great for him to show up here at some point. 45 is 22 in C. That's B5. Davies. 42 is 26 in B. B1. So Kane and B. This is about as good as it gets if you're Tottenham. 53 is 14 in B, and 14 in B is in the shot on goal, or not the shot on goal, it's in the shot range. Kane will take a shot here. 71st minute, rated 33 in the shot on goal, and he'll get a 3 bump from that, so that goes up to 36. The pass was from Davies, who's an assist 6. He gets another 3 from that, so you get a total of 6. So it goes from 33 up to 43, and the shot is off target. Bummer for Spurs fans. Can at least lead to a corner kick. Nope, goalkeeper outlet. Carius is able to get it before it crosses the end line, and he's going to go ahead and try and get this break started. Outlet to X6. They're going to hold it up a little bit now. Van Dijk in X 63. Well, he's going to commit a foul. Suffered by player 9. So 10, 11, 10. Dyer. And whoop. And there's that final 66. No card. So we need a break here to shuffle. Replay of the Bundesliga. Well, I appreciate you saying that, Matt. I've hoped that in the course of this project, and also I did a few weeks of alternative Premier League where I was just doing 20-team league. That's a lot of teams to do. It's a lot of games to play, and I got about 6 or 7 weeks in and just petered it out because I have another project, not for soccer, but for another sport coming up where I'm probably going to have to, might have to take a break from my usual ways of just trying to pack way too much into the project because I have a lot of things and it just leaves you to feel a little bit exasperated when you don't make progress in it. So Tottenham getting a few chances now. Not much. Not too much. They need somebody to get it on goal here pretty soon. And we will have to start using clutch points here probably by the 80th minute for them if they aren't getting it done. All right, so let's make another change while we are stopped here. And let's bring on Llorente. Probably it's Llorente or something to that effect is probably how they talk about it in España, but and what are we going to do as far as, I think now we will take out Dyer, even though he does have some shot attempts. I don't know. See, this is the kind of substitution that really kind of frustrates me in this game because you'd like to have the opportunity to bring in somebody that's going to make a difference, but Llorente, he's going to sit right back here. Hang on a second. I got to do something here. Hang on. See, but like I have to remove somebody. If I'm not removing somebody like Sanchez, then I don't really feel like I'm going to get much bump from that because he only has 3 chances that really produce anything. And from this far back, at position 10, it's not like he's really going to get a shot opportunity. I mean, he might get one from long range. So I'm kind of like stuck because I feel like they would definitely do a forward switch for a defensive midfielder, but you'd like to give them a better chance, you know? And I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's actually going to make them worse. So, and then their other choices are Sissoko, Harry Winks is another defensive midfielder, Danny Rose. I mean, at least he's an outside back. I don't know if that's really going to help them much. So, I think what we're going to have to do is take Llorente and bring off Trippier. So we're going to bring off a defender. Now, this might actually change their defense rating. So let's just see here. Trippier out. As a forward. So let me just cross this off here. Vertonghen. 8, so 7A. Sanchez, 10A, assist. Say he's at 9A. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think there's still plenty. They're plenty fine as far as defensive points, so they don't need to change that because they still have Sanchez, Vertonghen, Dyer, and Davies that are all rated as defenders. I think the last change we would make would be to bring Davies out. But, all right. Liverpool with a free kick. Zone X? Oh, boy. I didn't write it down, did I? And I shuffled the cards so I can't work my way back. I'm going to guess X. C, 4. So it'll be Can in C. 21 is 22 in C, which will be just fine. That'll be a pass to Firmino in Zone B. 34 is offside. Tottenham gets an indirect free kick. C2. Dele Alli in C. 22, that's going to be a shot. Zone C is 23, that makes him 24. For indirect kicks, I don't really put an assist on there, so it's going to be 24, and it's 55. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. That is going to be off target. Leads to a corner kick. Tottenham, it'll be Eriksson. He's rated A. Pass to A, shot on goal, so that's just going to go to Karius on that check. So 55 is player 4, so it's going to be Son. Shot for Son. It's an automatic shot on goal, and now we got to check Karius, see if he can save this puppy. He dives. It's 12. It is in. That is a goal. Spurs put it in. Son with the huge tally to level this thing at 1. Any assist here, 6. It's going to be Ari Kane with the assist, and that makes it a whole new ball game. '76th minute. So it was Son. Makes it 1-1. And now these teams... So Spurs are going back to the 4-4-2 now that they've picked up the equalizer. Liverpool with the kickoff. There's Ollie Nimella. Hello. So kickoff. Spurs fans elated. The hometown team here. E5. Milner. Liverpool is going to have to start thinking about maybe revising their plan here. They're going to get the old Ox going on the sideline, getting ready to come in. So Milner in E, 51 is 34 in E. It's going to be a defensive check. 42 is header to E. Lost. X, 3. Ericsson in X, 24 is 38 in X. Well, it's going to be a header in zone E, but they're going to lose it. Liverpool X, 10. Gomez in X, 11, 2. That leads to 2. It's going to be a pass to B. Firmino, 32 is 41 in B. It's going to be a defensive check, so not the kindest roll. Now here is, oh no, 14 for a 3-rated defensive team is a corner kick. Liverpool's going to get a corner kick, but first, and usually you wouldn't do this, but because this is a board game and there aren't that many stoppages, and I hate to kick it out of bounds just to make a change, we're going to go ahead and do the change here. Sub 2, they're going to bring in Oxlade-Chamberlain. They're going to remove Khan, who's on a card anyway. So the Ox midfielder, but he is clearly a more offensive-minded midfielder. He will slide basically right. He'll slide in right ahead of Wijnaldum. So that's going to be 9A and 7A. Apologies for this. It just makes it so much easier if I just spend a little bit of time right at this point doing what I'm doing here to check on where they fit into the rankings of the various stats. All right, so Liverpool sub in now the corner kick. Salah is going to swing it in here. Past A. 26 is 2, right? Yes. So it's going to be Firmino in A. This is a grand opportunity. 46. He won't get fouled. I thought he was going to. That's 43 in X. That's going to, or in A. 43 in A is a header to B. Pops up in the air. And it is retained. It'll be B6. Van Dijk in B. He was up for the corner. He gets it. 24. 28 in B is going to be C5. So Milner has it. 81st minute. It is, dang it, 1-1. 1-1. I'm sorry. So late on it. C5. So Milner. There was C5. So Milner 24. 24 was, let me see. Wait, what did I do here? B6. B6. All right, there we go. B6, 24. 28 was C5. All right, so then Milner was 56. That's a 46, and that's out of bounds. So, sorry, I wanted to make sure I get it right. So, 82nd minute, Tottenham will have a throw-in. Both teams have one more sub left, and they're not going to use it right away. There is somebody out there, and I forget his name. It might be Daniel Forcier. He has a method he devised to institute some fitness problems later in the match, a little bit of fatigue and whatnot, which would make changes would necessitate changes. The throw in. Here we go. D5 for Tottenham. That'll be Davies and D. 65 is 38 and D. That's going to be a check. I mean, a defense check. 16 is a steal to D for Liverpool. Liverpool, that's going to be Henderson, though. 44 is 26 in D. E5. Milner in E. 42, 31 in E is going to be defensive check. Anybody going to try and take this one header to X? Lost. X4. So that'll be Son in X for Tottenham. I don't know. It's tough to use. It's tough to use clutch points when you're kind of not. I mean, there should be a roll for doing it, but then I need to get out dice. So 22 in X. So that's a 4 in X. That's going to be a pass to Kane in D. Wouldn't it be fitting if Harry Kane had a chance here and maybe took it? Let's see. 63 though. Now he's going to commit a foul. So much for that. Suffered by player 9. It's going to be Matip. And no card for Kane. Let's do one more sub for each team right here. Let's just do it. It'll be Sissoko for Tottenham. We'll bring him on for Dyer. And we will do another sub for Liverpool. We'll try and probably make it pretty much even Steven as far as try. You know, I don't feel like Sissoko for Dyer is too drastic either way. They're both defensive players primarily. Okay, I got an hour, so midfield. So trying to get these done somewhat quickly. Sissoko, man. Oh, crud, I put it in the wrong spot. All right, there's that one. Now I gotta get rid of this. Okay, there's that. Let's see what Liverpool's going to do here. They're going to bring in Robertson for Moreno. Are they? Nah, let's do something a little bit more, a little more impact. Let's do Ings. Ings for Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum is a little more defensive than Ings, but that might hurt Liverpool in the end. So forward for a midfielder. But they removed a forward earlier and brought in a defender, so there shouldn't be a whole lot of issues there. All right. Milner's going to end up in the 4 position. Ings in 8. So, yeah, if you would hit the like, that would be pretty cool. Because we're in the 85th, going to the 86th minute here, and we have a tie in a cup final. Free kick and X, it'll be Salah with the free kick. B5, be Van Dijk and B. Quite a ways upfield for him. 23 in B is B3. Oxlade-Chamberlain in B. 35 is 24 in B. That's C1. It'll be Salah in C. 43 is 43 in C. That's going to be a header to D. Can they get it above 41 here? They do. Retained D10. Gomez and D. 27. That 46 is often a foul, but 27 will be E6. Moreno in E. 28 in E. That's F8. 89th minute. Ings in F. 34 is he's off. Going to be offside. So Tottenham with indirect free kick. B2. Dele Alli in B. 32 is 34 in B is going to be defensive check. Man. That's going to be a corner kick, though. There's that 14 again. So Tottenham's going to get a corner kick. It's going to be Eriksson with his A rating. Going to whip it in. Pass to A. 46 is player 3, so it's be Eriksson getting it back in zone A. First minute stoppage time, we're going to play 4. 12, though, is 42 in A. It's going to be a header to A. They need 36 or under right now, and they get it. Retained. It's going to be A2. Dele Alli in A. 21 is 41 in A. That's a defensive check. Man, oh man, they just cannot get a roll. 43 on the defensive check. Header to E. Lost. X3. So we're going to the second minute of stoppage time. Oxlade-Chamberlain and X. Looks like we're going to go extra time here, which I could have predicted. Header to F. On the 53, so that's going to be lost. X10. All right. I'm going to give each team a chance to use. I'm going to let Tottenham use 2. I'm going to let Liverpool use 1. So we're going to use 2 clutch points for Tottenham right here. It's going to lead to a pass to zone C. And they're just going to choose Kane. 51. That's 9 in C, which is not going to be a shot. It's going to be A1. 15. That will lead to a shot. Don't worry, we will give Liverpool a chance. And if Liverpool, we'll have them use 4. Shot. Kane. Zone A, which is going to add 5. And the pass was from Llorente, who doesn't have an assist. So, so Tottenham is down to 5. Anyway, Kane, 33, you add 5. That's 42. 61, off target. Corner kick. So the corner kick, Eriksson, pass to B with a shot. That's going to be to Kane. Shot, Kane, B. So you add 3 to it. That's 36 with Eriksson as well. So that's going to be 45. 36, it's on target. Karius, 15, does make the save. So we're going to add a little more time here so we can get Liverpool a chance to use a couple of their points, or at least one of their points. 15 was a save and a rebound to B, which is lost. So that's going to be X. X6. All right, we're in the second half of the 5th minute. But what we're going to do is we're going to give Liverpool a chance. We're going to let them use 2 because they'd still have enough to negate a yellow or a red with that. So we're going to subtract 2 to just level it out. So that means they can make a pass to C. They're going to give it to Salah. They're going to give it to their best guy Here we go. 34 is offside, and so we're just going to go ahead and blow the whistles. We're going to extra time. End of regulation. 1-1. Not going to do stats because it's going to take too long. Tottenham gets 1 in the second half. Son gets the goal from Kane off a corner kick. A corner kick? Yeah. Actually, I messed that up. It wasn't Kane. They went and looked at the replay, and it was Eriksson, because Eriksson would have swung it in from the corner kick. And I'm going to have to use notebook paper because I don't have any more of these score sheets. Print it out, and I'm not going to go print it. Eriksson. All right, this guy can go away. We're going to shuffle him up. We're going to play 30 minutes, 15-minute halves. Let me get some scratch paper out. Whoo! Well, I don't know if I've ever heard it called free soccer, but they call it free baseball, and I guess we can just go ahead and co-opt it. So this crazy Prem Cup is going to come down to, at the very least, extra time and perhaps penalty kicks. We'll see. So Tottenham versus Liverpool. Extra time. So we're going to go 91, 92, 93, 94, 96, 97, 98, 101. Well, figure there's going to be a minute of stoppage time. I'm gonna do the second half too while we're at it. So 106. Kind of fitting that we would end up on scratch paper because that's how I started this project. So and we'll figure a minute of stoppage time at the end too. Okay, so here we are. Let's just keep rolling with this shuffle. Both teams at 4-4-2. I'm not worried about what the stats are at this point. We'll sort that out afterwards. It's going to be, we'll say Liverpool wants to kick this off. So, kickoff, E5. The nice thing about extra time is it doesn't take all that long. Because it's 30 minutes. It's like, what, 2/3 of a half. So, E5, Van Dijk and E. And they each get another sub, too, by the way, if you didn't know. 52 for Van Dijk in E. 52 is 22 in E, so a good pass to Milner. 31 is 42 in E. That's going to be a header to X. Retained. X10, that's going to be Gomez. And that'll be a good pass from Gomez on the 1. That's going to be the B1. So it's going to be Salah and B. 53, though. 14 and C is going... No, 14 and B is going to be A1. So he eludes the defender, dribbles into the area with a 44. That's going to be a shot for sure. And he's going to get a boost. So no assist from Gomez. He's got a 2. That's not enough to register on the assist bump. But in A, so that's going to take him from 35 to 44. And 15 is a shot on goal for Mo Salah. They're going to take an early lead in this extra time and really put the pressure on Spurs. 66, no. That will be a save and a rebound to zone D. And I messed up my notation. Getting ahead of myself here. So, will they retain? Nope. Tottenham X8. That'll be Lamella. In X54. Special result. 56. Is this an injury? Might be. It is. Consult injury chart. Well, that's where our. Well, we might actually. I might actually throw another minute of stoppage time on for this. Okay, so got to go to the injury chart. First, we have to figure out who, and that's funny because I did not do any of the injury stuff. So the second rated player on Tottenham as far as their injury rating. So Llorente is number 1 with a 21. Then the next one is going to be Lamella. So then we go to injury chart. He is rated 12. So we go to this column here, and then we roll another one, take the first number. It's 51. And so he's 12 and 51. That's the rest of the game. So that's a bummer. Lamella's going to have to come out with an injury. And that will add, it's going to be 105 plus 2. But now that leaves Spurs with needing to bring in it's going to be Harry Winks, I guess. It'll either be him or Danny Rose. It's going to be Tottenham sub 4 in a cup final. So I don't have enough spots there. I'm just going to draw in Winks. I didn't even write down when the subs were made. What a slacker I am. I'm trying to be fast. I'll just do the calculations on the fly here. So Winks is going to come in behind Llorente. Lamella out, injured. We could do this 1-0. All right, so let's keep it moving. 95th minute. Tottenham had possession. We're going to say they get it on a throw-in. Liverpool would have put it out for a throw just out of courtesy. So throw in D1. Kane in D. 64 is 13 in D, which is going to be B5. Davies in B. Now Tottenham has no other substitutions left, and so that will be out of bounds. Liverpool throw D5. Van Dijk. 25 is 39 in D, which is going to be a defensive check. So let me take a drink. Shuffle them up. And we probably won't have to do another shuffle for extra time. I might do a reshuffle for penalties. We'll see. I'm not sure. If we get the penalties. We've already had a great opportunity for Mo Salah. That Lloris was big to save. Had to be big because it was in close. Maybe Salah just got a little bit of a just didn't get all of it. Maybe gave Lloris a chance to bat it away. And it is a big moment here, the cup final. Sometimes you get into those cup finals, and you know the one that I think of here in America. It wasn't a cup final, but it was a big moment. I can't remember if it was a World Cup or if it was a World Cup qualifying, but Chris Wondolowski had a couple moments, at least one moment like that for an American game, a U.S. men's national team game, where he had one end, but that was a complete miss. That wasn't one that was saved. It was just tough to believe you could hit one that tall at that kind of an angle. All right, so we got the defensive check. 51 is header to F, retained by Liverpool. F9, Matip. 56. That's 26 in F. That's a defensive check. They need a straight steal one of these times. I feel like they haven't gotten any. Header to F. Liverpool's gotten a few. That's lost. X 6. It's kind of amazing how that works. It's just you get in some rolls, some streaks in this thing where you just don't see much anything. So it's Vertonghen in X. 33 is a 3. That's going to be a good pass to Eriksson in B. 15 for Eriksson is a 7 in B, which is going to be a shot. So Eriksson's going to haul off here and try from about 20 yards. 33, you get to add 3. That's 36 from Vertonghen, no assist rating. So 36 on a 32, it's going to be a shot on goal. And now Karius has to make the save. It is 36, and it is. That is a save and a rebound into zone C. Can Tottenham retain? It needs under 36. No, they lose it. So out to, it's going to be zone X as Liverpool retains or grabs it, and it's going to be Gomez. 100th minute. So we've got 5 minutes and a couple added on before we switch ends. 63. That's going to be a foul committed by Gomez. Suffered by, I think Dele Alli, but let's see, what's Wink suffered? Now he's a 1. Yeah, so it is Dele Alli. I'm not sure I've seen anybody else with a foul suffered a 6. Maybe Richarlison? I don't know. There's not too many. Now Gomez, no card there, but Tottenham will get a free kick in X. Goes to B, and it'll be Davies in B. 42 is 26 in B. It's going to be C3. Eriksson in C. 23. It's 33 in C is going to be a defensive check. 33, that's going to be a steal to X for Liverpool. So Matip in X. 22 is not going to be an offensive chance. It's going to be probably a block. Let's see. 22 is 39 in X. Header to F. And lost. Spurs with it in X. Davies again. 102nd minute. 41 is 45. That's going to be out of bounds, I believe. Yes. Liverpool throw. E9. Matip again. 13's 23 in E. It's going to be E5. Van Dijk in E. 34. 44 in E is out of bounds. Tottenham with the throw in. Got my watch buzzing me every 2 seconds, seems like. Throw into F5. Davies in F. He's been having a lot of it here lately. 21. That'll be a good pass, I believe. Yeah. It could be better. It'll be F7. So that's Sissoko in F. 24. That's 33 in F. That is defensive check. 26. Steal to F. 6. Moreno. 16 for Moreno is 46 out of bounds. First minute of stoppage time here in the first half of extra. Tottenham get a throw. F9. Llorente, 22. That's not going to get the job done. 36 in F is going to be defensive check. 21. That's a steal to D. 1. Liverpool have one last-ditch effort here in this part of extra time. Salah with 21. That's going to be 39 in D. That's going to be a defensive check, and the whistle will blow. Going to switch ends. Tottenham will kick it off in the 106th minute. Still 1-1. We're getting chances. Each team had a shot on goal, but Lloris and Karius both came up big when needed. And I'll tell you what, I would love to throw the gates open here and go 4-3-3 for both teams. But in reality, what usually would happen here is that both teams would go 4-5-1. And they're like, we are tired. We are nervous. We think we're better than the other team at penalty kicks, and I just don't want to run anymore. So it's kind of tough. We could do that here. We could. It might be fun, but if I had a guess, if there was going to be one team that would try and wait for penalties, it might be, well, let's see. Probably the good way to look at it is what's the penalty kick ratings? They're both the same. So not for the takers, for the goalies. So I would say Tottenham would probably be the team that would go into a bunker here. But I just hate to do that. So let's just play it straight up here. Kickoff, F2. Dele Alli and F. 7 and F is not going to be a shot. That's going to be a pass to B2. So Dele Alli now in B, 64. 36, that's a defensive check. 11, that's a steal to A. That's a great roll for Liverpool. That 11 right there, it's going to be to A1. It'll be to Salah in A. This is a lethal opportunity right here. What's going to happen? 44 is going to be a shot for Salah. He gets a 5 bump, so that goes from 35 to 44. 43, it's on target. That's the only thing about cards is that you can see some patterns develop sometimes. And let's see if Lloris makes it. 44, he does make the save. Rebound to C, so at least it doesn't come on what seems like a little bit of a repeat. A slight repeat there. Slight. Got Salah in A. You had him in here in A. But that is a rebound to C. This over here we had rebound in D. So, and this isn't Tottenham, this is Liverpool. So Liverpool, do they retain? Yes. Zone C, player 2, Roberto Firmino. 42 is 33, and C is going to be a defensive chance. 43, again, Tottenham does not, they've always had the 50-50s, and they do get it here. X9. What was that? That was a header. That was 43. What was that? That was, doesn't really make a difference. Header to E. I hate doing the shortcuts. I like having all the information down there. So Llorente and X, 26. He's going to be fouled. Committed by player 6. Great. I've had so many changes. This is going to be really fun. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see Milner. Looks like Milner down on the field trying to plead with the referee not to give him the card, and he listens. So Tottenham with a free kick in X. Eriksson taking it C. 3. Eriksson gets it back. 25. That's 8 and C. That will be a shot for Eriksson. So this is where you could start using these points, the clutch points. What do we have left? We had 5 and 4. So Tottenham could do the whole guaranteed shot on goal, but we're not going to do that. That doesn't seem fair at this point because I don't have Liverpool at that amount, and I could have just not done that. So Ericsson is a 33, Zone C 34, and he had the free kick, so he can't have an assist bump. So 34 and 42 is off target, shot wide, and that'll be a goal kick for Liverpool. Goal kick E8. Ings in E43. Is he foul somebody? He does. Committed by Ings. Suffered by player 1. That's a lot easier. That's going to be Dele Alli. And, Ings. Oh, he misses out on a card. That's a 13. I thought he was going to get one there, but free kick and X. 111th minute. D6. Vertonghen in D. 41 is 44 in D. Out of bounds. Liverpool with the throw-in. Do they have anybody on the bench that has a decent penalty kick rating? Nope. No sense in no sense in playing that game. They may not even use that other sub. X7. It would be Solanke if they did. Henderson and X 55 is 45. That's going to be out of bounds. Tottenham with a throw in. D6. Vertonghen again in D. 25 is 26 in D. Pass to Davies in E. 25 in E is a pass to E7. We're not going to cost them possession there. Sissoko in E. 65. 23 in E. E5. Davies. Back to Davies. 16 in E. 24. E6. Boy, they've been hanging out here about 25, 30 yards from goal and can't really get much done. Vertonghen, they're just eating time away. 36 is 40 in E. Is going to be a 50-50 header. It's going to be lost. X, why did I write down 9? It's not. It's 7. Got ahead of myself. 116th minute. Looking like penalties. All right, we're going to let Liverpool use their 4 clutch points here. Right? 4 left. So they're going to pass it to A, and they'll send it to Salah. So we're going to give each team a chance to do this. There's no sense in holding on to them because we're at the very least going to go to penalties. If someone scores, then we won't, but we're going to empty the drawer here. 34 is 47. That's offside, so that doesn't work out. Tottenham, indirect free kick. B10. Tottenham, they're going to use 3. Actually, yeah, clutch points. So that means they can do a pass within B to Kane. Kane in B. 25 is 8 in B, so this will be a shot for Harry Kane. 33, add 3 is 36. Comes from Winks. He doesn't have any. He has a 1 assist, so that doesn't do anything. So 36, that's 46. It's off target. Can they get a corner kick? They do. Corner kick. Ericsson taking it. He's A. Pass to B with a shot. So who is going to take it in B? 14 will be Kane. Shot taken for Kane in B. And you're going to get Ericsson's bump as well as the zone. So 36 plus 5 for Ericsson. It's going to be 45. It's a 12. It's on target. Will Karius make the save? 61. He does, but it's going to be another corner kick. Another fingertip save. We're in the 120th minute. 1 minute of stoppage time will come up here shortly. Another corner. Shot by kicker. I hate this designation. So rather than do the shot by the kicker, I'm going to do the B version, which is the pass to A with the shot on goal. It's not exactly the same, but we're just going to do it because it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's one of these, you got to be able to bend it and it goes straight in. It happens so rarely, but yet I've had it quite a few times in this game. So A 35, that's going to be player 2. That's going to be Dele Alli. That's going to be a shot. It's going to be on goal because so it's basically taking him from an A to a B. I feel like that's here nor there. It's on goal, another save for Karius. 36. It's a rebound to zone B or C. 36 is zone C. Can they retain it? Under 36 is necessary. They do. First minute of stoppage time. So it'll be C3. So Eriksson again in C. 66, this is going to be a shot. A flurry here from Tottenham to close. 33 in C. It makes it 34. 11, it's on goal. Can Karius make one more save? 63 is a 10. That is a goal late, and Tottenham nips them in the bud. Tottenham Hotspur in the waning moments with the clinching goal. This is not golden goal, so we will restart. But that is a goal for Christian Eriksen, taken from the corner of the box. And it finds the far post. What a finish. No assist on the play. 2-1 Tottenham with seconds are way past gone here. We're in the second minute of stoppage time. 2-1. We're going to restart. We'll give Liverpool an attack. Don't worry. I know that the guys who are rooting for Spurs here don't want it, but we kind of have to, I feel like. Kickoff. And I will tell you, the shot here happened in the first minute of stoppage time. So it's not like we tacked on time for that to happen. So we did the kickoff. B1. Can it be a shot for Salah? Can it? If it's not a shot for Salah, we're blowing the whistles, and this is it. 14 is 42. That's a header to A. All right, we're gonna play that. We're gonna play it. We're not gonna take it very far. So that means I have to reshuffle these guys a bit. And we're gonna see if they lose possession here, then it's definitely over. So I'm trying. If anybody who's gonna watch this or is watching this is rooting for Liverpool, I do not want this to feel like Tottenham played the snatch and grab, which they did, and which happens all the time in soccer. I mean, I could just say Tottenham steals it right now because they still have 2 clutch points left. But I gave Liverpool the first opportunity for using clutch points in stoppage time. All right, I think we're good enough here. All right, header to A. 24, it's lost. This game is over. The 3 whistles sound. Tottenham wins the crazy Premier League Cup for 2017-2018 by a 2-1 final. Christian Eriksen, the hero, with a late goal in extra time. Extra time, stoppage time for a 2-1 victory. And Liverpool, while feeling bad about this result, unfortunately, at this point, with a season that is basically out of commission, they become a rather enigmatic team in the Premier League in the next couple of years that follow. They have arguably one of the best seasons ever for a team that did not win the title. They win Europe, And then they're basically on pace this year to have obliterated the competition, and then we have good old COVID. So Liverpool fans can't feel too upset about this, but the Spurs fans in attendance just across town, just from across town, they're dancing in the stands, waiting for the teams to come up and get the trophy. And we will give the, let's see, we'll give it to Erickson, goal and assist. I mean, we should give it to Lloris maybe. He had a real good game. So, wrong team won. Yeah, well, I guess Al, that would make sense because you're a Fenway Sports Group guy, maybe. But we did not need penalties. So give me a second here as I, let's see, how do I do this? I need to do this, and then this, and then that, and it's like dark. Holy mackerel. Some of you are saying, oh, he's never looked better. I can't see him. That's great. Oh, whoa. We need some. What is up with that? Man, that's. What is going on? Whew. You know what? I'll tell you what. Let's do this. What's over here? I have no clue. Oh, that's that. Yeah, let's go remove, and let's add this guy because I want to show you guys what I was doing this morning, which was fun. So back here is now, oh, I got to get my gut out of the way here. So my shelves are now right there. I just have a little tray table down here that's easy to get out of the way. And I've got a bunch of other stuff down there now. I was running out of room with regards to my storage and stuff. So I took my refrigerator. So my refrigerator used to be right here, and the shelves were here, but they were kind of like facing the refrigerator, so I couldn't get to them. Now I don't have a table here, like, because if I want to get into the, if I want to open the door and get something out of there, I really can't. But anyway, so this is off my list, which is such a great feeling. I know a lot of you play these games and do projects and stuff, and there's really no better feeling than, I mean, there's a little bit of bittersweet to it because it's fun to play these games, but it's also really nice to say I've accomplished something, I've completed something. This isn't a project that was really long, but it was 50 matches about, and I could do the relegation stuff if I wanted to, but I'm just sort of I may do it at some point just in my leisure, because it'd be like 2 games a match week. That's not too bad. I could whip 2 games off in a day, but I have other things to do right now, and I'd like to give this a little bit of space. So actually, it's supposed to be like this, I guess. Beavis and Butthead. So, man, soccer cave. Well, man, all sorts of different things cave. I just finished up a second season game this morning. Might do a, well, yeah, Ken, it is kind of rare because there's just so many things to do. And I always pick these projects that are just like pseudo-massive. They just seem like, so the Diamond King project was one that was kind of set up to take a little less time, and that was like a 30-some game, maybe a 30-game project, which for baseball, which 30 baseball games versus 30 soccer games is not really, it's a tough comparison. Soccer takes about twice as long. So I think if I try this format again, I'll probably look at a Soccer Blast set, Premier League set, and try to have a go with that. This games would be a little shorter, and I've only played, I was in sort of a long distance league with a few people a while back with Soccer Blast, and we just didn't end up carrying it through as far as we could have. Um, things happen sometimes, and so I'd kind of like to take a look at that. Ken had this discussion with Ron. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I see the different channels, and there's all sorts of different ways that you can deal with the games that you play. Some people just like to do one-offs. Some people don't want to be tied up in projects, and others do. So I'm happy. This game was, with extra time, was like 2 hours and 10 minutes. That's pretty sweet. But I mean, I'm in that boat too of the buy thing. I mean, I can throw. I've thrown money at different things. I think I've bought every golf course now that Play offers. So, and it'd be neat to get APBA Golf, and I think there are some others too that are out there. What is it? ASG, is that one maybe? Um, just to try them out, because some of them look like they're a little more um, like spatial or geometric, and that because the History Maker Golf one is rather streamlined compared to what you can do with the others. But the other ones, I feel like it'd be really tough to complete a tournament because you just want to be playing lots of different golfers. So, what happened? um, I don't know. Alan, I kind of feel like I should just not say too much because, you know, then you could kind of watch the end. And unless you want to know, if you say you want to know, I'll tell you. If you say I want to watch, then once we close this out, you can go back and watch the end because I think it's worth it. But then again, let's just say we had extra time. We'll get there. So, anyway, it's a good day because we've finished something up, and Ken says he has 11 projects. I think so. If I counted the ones that I'm probably never going to end up working on again, I'd say I'm probably at like 8 or 9. I just hate to say it that way because I have 2 baseball projects that I've done. One I've done nothing with for like 2 years. That's a History Maker Baseball Tenacious League that was probably like 2 weeks in. And then there's the other Tenacious League, which is Super Advanced Strat, which is about 60% done. And I'd love to get back to that, but you know what I mean? That's just where, again, that's probably been 6 months since I've done it. I don't know, maybe 4, 5, I don't know. I lose track. There's just so many things to do. I'm every time, so I cross this off. It's great because then that's kind of like one less thing to have to juggle in my mind of what I want. But then the other part of it is, it's kind of nice because when you have a soccer project and you haven't played a game of soccer in a week or two, and it's still kind of fresh in your mind, you're like, oh, I want to play soccer. I've gotten to the point where that with that super advanced strat league, where I'm so many months out that I feel like I've kind of like lost touch with it. It's kind of like a pen pal that you haven't written in 6 months, 2 years, 5 years. I don't know what the analog would be, but it's like, do I even know what they and they want to hear from you probably. And my super advanced Stratomatic wants to hear from me. And then I have games that I haven't even really gotten out of the box to use in any kind of a project, and that it's those kinds of dilemmas that I really hate that I kind of feel like they probably sound like complaints, and I don't know, there's another word for them. I won't use it, but saw the first 10 minutes extra time. Well, you probably should watch the last 20. Uh, anyway, yeah. Yeah, you'll go back and watch it. Okay, yeah. I wish you played. Okay. I'll tell you what, the best way to get the PDFs I find is at holiday season. Keith really kind of goes to the PDF more than anything. So that'd be my suggestion. Is now granted we're basically at the halfway point of the year if you're thinking Thanksgiving to Thanksgiving, Black Friday or whatever you call it. I think he does Cyber Monday, but we're kind of like as far away from that as you can be on either side. But that's usually when the PDFs become available and a little cheaper. Um, but yeah, it's kind of tough that you'd probably have to pay a decent amount just to you know bring them over to your side of the pond. Which anyway, so APBA Soccer. Um, Hope you guys like the game. Those of you who have played it. If you haven't played it, if you have questions, leave a comment or two or three. I'll take the time to answer them for sure. Um, we're not out here hawking games. We're not out here like I'm not a salesman. We're just here like the main reason in most of the channels I think here. This is what I feel. I'm here to try and help you guys find something that will satiate a quote. I'll say quote unquote because I don't want it to get a negative connotation, but like a nerdy desire to to do something that where you use your brain because there's a lot of those things around, but with with cards and dice, it's a it's a relaxation technique for me. I was talking with baseball demos today, and him and I kind of are in the same boat where it's like, so I need to, I want to have stuff here on the channel to be things for you guys to enjoy and whatnot. But I really get a ton of enjoyment just out of sitting down. Like I'll throw on, I have a playlist of what I call, it's yacht rock. The name of the list is Hot Yacht because they rhyme, but they're different spellings anyway. And I love just throwing on music and rolling a game. I don't have to worry about speeding. I'm playing this game. I'm kind of like speeding. I imagine I might have made a mistake or two here or there. Not sure. And it's almost dinner time, but I have finished in time for the NASCAR race, which I'm trying to get some sports that are live, but you will if Spurs win when you go back. I cannot guarantee that, Alan. And if I did, then I wouldn't be doing you a good service because you really need, you know, that adrenaline rush that you get from either winning or losing. I mean, I'm one to talk about adrenaline rushes especially when you're losing. You know, yeah. So anyway, um, just go back and watch. But anyway, I actually am going on here a little too long, but you just you know playing offline, it's great, and I hope you guys get to enjoy it a lot. Like when you guys get to play, because it's just nice to throw on a little music, roll, have fun with it. Most of the time it's like who cares who wins? I just want to see a result. So, and I recently had a second season game where ended up I ended up with an overtime tie, which I was glad I wasn't playing that live on the channel because it was a really frustrating last 15-20 minutes of the game. And yeah, so you do get those moments because I'll tell you what, there's those moments in just about every sport. Guys are just grounding the ball out every time, or popping up, or whatever, striking out, pounding it right into the middle of the line every time, yard here, lose a yard there, incompletion, blah blah blah. Get down to inside the 30 in overtime, and bang throw an interception because your kicker missed the 40-something yard field goal the last time and you lost confidence in him. Anyway, so thank you everybody for supporting the channel. We'll be back here one of these, probably tomorrow at some point. I got a big project out of the way yesterday that makes me think tomorrow will also get to be some fun. So anyway, hope you guys get to either, well, if you don't like racing, that's fine, but it's something to watch, and the 600 is pretty interesting. Longest NASCAR race of the year. So take it easy, everybody. Alan, shut this off if you don't want to hear. I'm going to let you shut it off. If you hear, sorry, I warned you. I'm going to say it right now. Crazy Prem Cup is over. Spurs are your champions. They win 2-1 in a late finish by Christian Eriksen. Bends it around the keeper. The crowd went nuts, at least those in the Spurs supporting section. And that'll be it for this. We'll see you soon here on Tabletop Baseball Plus. Take it easy.